So last week, my business earned $4,578. And I made a promise to my business and my community for the month of February that I would take you on a journey every single day. And I want to start being transparent about what I'm earning in my business, but I want to do it in a way where I'm also sharing how I am making it possible. Like literally breaking down all of the nitty-gritty details that a lot of people don't talk about. And so that's what I'm hoping that I can do today in this video. There are a lot of people out there that for sure create a lot of info-based content, and a lot of them have way bigger channels than I do. But the one thing that I've discovered is that with so many of these channels, because I've been in this space for so long, I understand that every channel has a different objective. And so in a lot of instances, this information is being shared from people that know things but aren't necessarily doing them. Meaning they're sharing information, they're growing their YouTube channels, they're making a lot of money likely from AdSense, but what you actually want to learn and why you're turning to them, they're not actually doing. And so I just want to be able to break down what I do, what I earn in my business, how I do what I do, and all of the elements that I believe could be really, really helpful to another person that might be just like me. I don't consider myself an influencer. I don't have anything viral about my business. Like I literally am an average everyday girl next door that simply decided to learn digital marketing many, many years ago and set out to the internet to make some money. And because I did learn digital marketing, because I learned these online business skills, I was eventually able to walk away from my nursing job, replace my nursing income, and earn over 6 figures a year. So I want to share exactly how I do it, what I do, my thought process, everything, especially for this month of February, because I deemed February to be the month of big love, big energy, and big breakthroughs. And so I'm really hoping that by sharing my journey that I can be the cause, be the inspiration for other people getting their breakthroughs in this month. So let's dive in. In today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how I plan my week and how I plan my days to support a $4,578 week. All right. Grab your notebook, grab your pen, prepare to take notes, and prepare to also take action. And again, out of full transparency, I am a digital marketer. I build my business 100% from the comfort of my home. I make money by selling things. And so during this video, I will make recommendations and reference to things. All of these things I will recommend or reference, you can find down below in the description. And if you love what you hear during this video and you know for a fact that you have space in your life for a mentor to help you in putting all of these pieces together, I will make you a really bomb call to action at the end of this video and let you know how you can get free mentorship to help you on this journey. So one of the first things I plan for my week is my marketing content. So for me, that's videos on YouTube, that's the community post on YouTube as well as maybe anything I want to post on Facebook. That's shorts that I'm going to do for YouTube as well as my live streams for the week. So clearly my primary marketing platform is YouTube, and I like to pop over on Facebook and like share like little bits of inspiration. I like to kind of like share my thoughts on Facebook, but it's not a primary marketing platform for me. So oftentimes what I'll do is once I create my shorts for YouTube, I will go over to Facebook and I will recreate that particular piece of content for a Facebook reel. And oftentimes when I get like just bouts of inspiration and like words of wisdom, that's where I will actually share those posts is on Facebook. So when I think about my marketing content for the week, these are the things that I consider. Number one, I think about my hooks, like what kind of hooks do I want to use in my business for the week? What kind of call to actions do I want to give in my business? And a lot of times this revolves around like, what am I selling? Like, what do I want people to take action on? What do I want people to buy this week inside of my business? I also give really, really great thought into the context and also the angle for my content, right? Oftentimes called a slant, is that I want to know, like, where am I going? Like, I have this great idea for a content piece, but where am I going with it? All right. And so I give great thought to that as well, because oftentimes like an initial idea for a content piece or a marketing piece, right? I might not be clear on the slant or like, why do I have this idea and what should I do with it? So instead of just, putting together some talking bits, I really like to think about like, what is a really great slant? And it kind of dives into like, who am I talking to in this piece of content? Why am I doing this piece of content? Like, what's the intended outcome that I actually want to get from it? So it's not just coming up with good ideas, but it's almost like you're creating a small business plan around every piece of content that you're creating inside of your business. Like, I've got to know, what do I want to get out of this? What's the feel or the vibe I want other people to experience? Because I've got to be intentional about every single thing that I do. Why? Because I'm not a viral brand. I'm not a big influencer. I'm not a big guru. And so I've really got to maximize like every single view and every single interaction. And so I make sure that I'm always speaking to my target market. All right. And then clearly my call to action. So as it pertains to my marketing content, again, like, what's my call to action focus? Am I focused more on my digital marketing course this month or this week? Or am I focused more on my MRR store? Or am I focused on, a certain aspect? I've got to be clear around that, again, because my marketing content supports where I want to go and the results that I want to get for my business for that week. And yes, even though I enter every single month with a really big, expansive revenue goal for the month, I am constantly like on my game when it comes to how much money did I earn for the day? How much money did I earn over the past 2 days? How much money did I earn over the week? And here's the thing. It wasn't always like that. And when it wasn't like that for me, trust me, like, my money game was not on point. Because it's like that for me, I'm so much more intentional and like in the game of determining strategies that I can deploy to get the results that I need. And so it's like, if I know I have a goal of how much I want to earn every single day, if I find myself falling short too many days in a row, like, I will get creative and I will get very intentional with how I'm going to make up that shortfall. So last week, as an example, I was a little over, right, what my projection was for the week, which is really, really exciting, which is why I wanted to do this video, right? So you don't look up on, $4,000 weeks inside of your business. You just don't. Not being a small brand like I am, you just don't. And my average customer, my average buyer, my average target person, right? They are not going to look up on it either, because they're not major brands. They're not major gurus. They're not influencers. They don't have these super channels. And so we've got to learn how to maximize like every single thing that we do in our business, right? Because we have to be intentional about earning this kind of money for ourselves. Another area that I focus on, and I ask myself going into every single week, am I running any promos? Am I going to do any flash sales? Do I have anything that's time bound? So like this month, right, when I was going into February, I knew that I opened up a couple of spots inside of my course for one-on-one mentorship. And so like, if I know I'm going into the week and I have X amount of spots left, or the time is running down, then I make space in my marketing plan to make sure that I am giving those call to actions. I'm reminding people. I make space, right? Again, if I don't talk about it, if I don't create the awareness around it, if I don't remind people, then the likelihood is, right, not enough people are going to know about it. Therefore, I'm going to miss my mark. And promos like flash sales and time-bound things, those are really important to consider, because the only reason, here's a little bonus tip, the only reason you ever run a promo, why, is because you want to increase your cash flow. You want people to take action quickly. You want them to pay attention, right? So if you're going to run them, then you got to make sure you have the provisions in place where you're thoughtfully inserting them in your content. I really hope this has been helpful so far, because I know, being in this space for as long as I have, that oftentimes when I create content, I'm creating content for the Steph Perez of many, many years ago that could have really benefited from this kind of information. Oftentimes people leave us very much so on the surface of making money or how they're doing what they do. They like to give us a lot of fluff. And I'm just in the space of my business right now where I want to be an open book. I want to be very transparent. I want to be able to share my growth and to be able to share the kind of money that's possible, the money that I'm actually earning. But I also want to be able to be real and say, I put time in. I don't have a 2-hour workday. I don't. And I know there are people out there that will say that, and maybe that is their truth. I hope they're not lying about it, but I just got to be real with you. Like, I give my business a lot of thought and a lot of consideration, right? And I definitely spend several hours a day inside of my business, but for me, it's such a fair trade-off, because what I want to get out of my business is so much more than I could get if I was working, as a nurse or working a job. I want a lot out of my business. Therefore, I feel like it is a privilege to be able to work from the comfort of my home. So what? I've got to put in the hours, but to know that my reward can be so much greater doing this than maybe another, career or professional choice that I could have made. And so again, I'm going to be honest with you, right? So make sure you do take notes. Make sure you make these considerations, because I always want you to know what the table looks like so that when you step up to the table, you know what to expect and you know what you're in for. All right. That was really helpful for me when I first got started. The first initial steps, right? I knew what to expect. I knew what I was in for. And that's what allowed me to sit down and decide just to go for it. The next area in my business that I also have to think about and I also have to account for is any kind of setup or tech stuff. So am I redoing my funnel? Are there elements of my tech stack that I want to add upon? Do I want to redo my funnel? Do I want to add things to my funnel? My emails, right? Do I need to do anything with my email sequence? Do I need to plan my email broadcast for the week? Do I need to create any new offers? Like when I think about my MRR store, do I need to, put up a new product? Do I need to work on that product? I think about anything about setting up in tech. It's important because if I don't think about these things, they get away from me and they are crucial elements inside of my business. So again, any updates, anything that needs to be done, anything that needs to be fixed, anything that needs to be created, right, I also make consideration for as well. And I definitely want to make mention when you're first getting started, the order in which you do these things, like everything's going to have a priority. And I'll talk about that a little bit at the end. Like everything's going to have a priority. So like at this stage of my business, like my marketing message, my content is my biggest priority. Because if I don't get the message out there, I don't generate the leads, I don't make money. But if you're just getting started, the order of priority might be different for you. It might be of high priority to get your funnel set up or to get your website set up or to get your product set up, right? So in that instance, you might spend more of your time like getting that element of your business set up. But what I can tell you, again, from all of my years of experience, is you still want to account for marketing and content creation, even in your beginning phases, because you can begin creating content. You can begin making videos, going live, doing posts, being amongst the people when you're in your setup phase, because that's just going to help you in building momentum faster. The next area that I give great thought to is follow-ups. Is there anyone that I need to or that I want to follow up with? So if I've been in one-on-one communication with anyone and they haven't taken action, do I need to circle back? Do I need to respond to any emails or respond to any DMs? Is there anything that I've got to do or I've got to give it a personal touch, right? So that I don't drop the ball or so that I can collect more money inside of my business. Again, when I didn't think about these things, so many instances, Gmail would notify me, hey, like this conversation hasn't, had a response in 5 days. I'm like, oh crap, right? And I would dive in and trying to clean up my mess. Not anymore. I'm very, very intentional. If I'm in one-on-one conversations with people, I make sure that I set a parameter when I'm going to circle back around with them, when I'm asking for a decision or asking if they have any more questions, or if someone says they're going to get started. I am not joking with you. Like I am intentional about these things. And I'm telling you, at times when I was not intentional about all of these things, right, they came back to haunt me. And I know for a fact there were times in my business where I could have made so much more money if I was just more intentional. And I think for digital marketers or people that want to build a business online, oftentimes things like following up and connecting with people one-on-one, we are kind of trained or we have a thought around like not doing them, because it's like, why follow up with someone that knows what they want? And I'm building a business based upon automation. And no, humans are still humans. And sometimes they need that nudge. They need that redirect. They need that, hey, I'm checking in, right? Did you still want to do this? Are you ready to get started? And sometimes it's a follow-up to offer a promo to them. If you get strategic around all of this, I am telling you, giving great consideration to all of these things inside of your business will help you make money, period. It's got to help you make money. All right. And so again, a $4,000 plus week doesn't happen because I'm like, kumbaya, I want to earn $4,000 this week, make it so. And then I just, rest on my manifestation skills. No, I rest on my doing skills. What do I have to do? What do I have to create? How do I have to show up? Right. And then I intentionally put these plans into action. But if you don't know what to put into action, you end up kind of just doing whatever, and you look up and you're like, okay, I was scrolling TikTok for 6 hours or scrolling Facebook or watching all of these different videos and live streams, and I gave my business no thought or consideration. I put no game plan in place for my business, yet I'm surprised every single week that my business doesn't grow. You have every bit of opportunity and responsibility, right, to grow your business. You can grow your business to any degree that you want to if you're willing to get intentional about what you want and putting plans in place to get it. And because I am a higher level digital marketer, I am a leader, I am a mentor, I am a guide to many, I also have to pay attention to what's going on in my community. I have to plan for any lessons that I'm going to drop for the week. I've got to plan for office hours, which I do every single week. I got to plan, are we going to do a hangout this week? What am I going to teach this week? What are we going to do this week? And then I also have to plan for any additions that I want to make to my mentorship hub. Do I want to give some resources this week? Do I want to, again, drop a training? Or like right now, we're going through an online business growth blitz. And so every week I'm dropping lessons off in there almost daily. So I've got to make consideration and time for all of that as well. Do you see how when I break this down, you're like, girl, yeah, there's no way you have a 2-hour workday. No, I don't. I don't have a 2-hour workday. But here's like the secret for me. I love what I do. So whether it's lesson drops for my mentorship hub, whether it's videos for you to serve you and inspire you, whether it's putting together the bits of my funnels or having new ideas for new products or buying new products, right, to source on my website, like whatever it is, right, sending emails, responding to people, there is great love in every single thing that I do. And this is what I want for more people. Like I am hoping that I can inspire way more people that don't just want to learn digital marketing and or how to make money online, but I'm hoping in the midst of all of this, you can develop these fine skills, right? Find your way, but also do something that really does light you up and has the opportunity to make you a boatload of money in the process. I really hope breaking down what I do, my thought process a little bit, the areas that I consider, and like how I plan out my week, right, is helpful to you. Because if you're missing something and or you're just getting started and you're working a full-time job, I want to be honest about the things you've got to you have to give thoughts to. So like a community, you might not have to worry about that when you're first getting started. I didn't have to worry about that when I was first getting started. But when I was working full-time as a nurse, I still had to give thought and consideration to creating daily content. And again, if I would have had a breakdown like this just getting started, like I would have managed my time so much better and I would have done way more of the things that mattered, a lot more inside of my business versus focusing on things that just didn't really make a difference. All right, so once I sit down either on a Saturday or on a Sunday and I think about my entire week and I make considerations for all of these things, then I put my plan down on paper. I'm a paper girl. So I will grab a notebook like this as an example, as you can see, right? I will grab a notebook and I will then begin to flesh out my days. Now, complete transparency. I am not that in tune because I fly way more off of inspiration. So I like to sit down like on Sunday night and I will plan my Monday. What needs to get done for Monday? And I will write it all out. And then before I go to bed on Monday night, right, I will plan what needs to get done for Tuesday. And so that means like reflecting on what I did Monday. Did I cross everything off? Does anything have to bleed over into Tuesday? And again, I create my plan for Tuesday. And I just do that day by day. What I do love about this plan is that even though I can like put things down as a plan for like, this is what I want to do for the week. Let's say that I have a $10,000 day on Monday. Well, clearly that's going to lead to really great inspiration for content on Tuesday. Right? And so it's like, I'm going to want to take that $10,000 day on Monday and I'm going to want to do something with those results for Tuesday. Right? And so it's like, I still leave a lot of space and opportunity for allowing inspiration to also be my guide. Because again, I've got to maximize my time on camera. I've got to maximize my time in front of people. I've got to maximize every single thing I do in my business because I don't have a major brand, because I don't have a huge YouTube channel. And so for me, I've realized over the years that leading by inspiration, I attract way more of my target market. So I make room for that inside of my business. I'm way less about the analytics. Don't get me wrong. I am an analytics Nazi. My community always laughs at me. I am an analytics Nazi when it comes to like what's going on and why is it going on. But I also allow myself so much room to ask myself, like, what does my target market want? What do they need to know? What would inspire them? And then taking lessons from my own journey to give to them. Again, in a real open and transparent way, not just, I made a bunch of money this week, come join me. That's lame and it's not helpful. I would rather say I made a bunch of money. Let me show you my plan. Grab a notebook, write this stuff down because this is what works. This is what's working for me. All right. So like, let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. You know what you want to do. Or first off, you know where you want to go for the week. You know what you want to do for the week, right? You break all of that stuff down in daily bits, right? To support the results that you want to get. You hold yourself accountable, right? Did you make your income goal the last day? If not, what are you going to do the next day? Are you going to run a promo? Are you going to follow up with people? Like, are you being intentional about every single day? All right. So when I say like, let's not complicate it, it's as simple as you know where you want to go. You create a plan to do it. Let's just do it. I don't care whether you want to use a digital planner or a $1,500 planner or whether you do pen to paper like I do. I don't care if you use Google Docs to take your notes or you open up a blank email in Gmail to take your notes. Like, stop focusing on that stuff. I don't care whether you make your bed, you don't make your bed, whether you work out first, you don't work out first. I don't care what your morning routine is. You know there are things that got to get done. Simply do them. You do them and your business changes. You do the right things, right? In terms of like, you know where it is you want to go and you know you're being intentional about your plan. Then guess what? More money shows up. All right. So I really, really hope like this has been able to help you go back, watch it again, take notes, like get ideas from this and just know that whatever outcome you want inside of your business, you are the one that is 100% responsible for making it happen. All right, so let's talk about how you can get my mentorship for free for a very limited time. So about 8 months ago, about June of 2023, I decided to make a really hard pivot in my business. And I decided that I wanted to create a different style of business. So I left my coaching business model and I got more into digital marketing and like passive income streams. And I was introduced to this course, this digital marketing course that also had master resale rights. And when I dove in, I immediately fell in love with it. All right. Just to bring you up to speed, this is the digital marketing course I highly recommend because whether it is your first $10,000 online, your next $10,000 online, getting to $10,000 months or getting to your first six-figure year, every single thing that you need is in this course, right, to help you in accomplishing it. It is a true gem and it is a learn and earn opportunity, meaning you're going to learn everything you've got to learn about digital marketing. You're going to learn everything you've got to learn about the business of online business, like how to actually use the internet as a place to conduct business, to make money, to grow your business, right? To do all of the things that I talked about here, because that's great that I can put together a marketing plan, right? But do I know how to get out there and create content? Do I know what platform I want to use? Well, inside of our course, we teach you all of the hottest platforms: YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You're going to learn all those platforms and you can decide what platform is going to work the best for you. You're going to learn how to get completely set up for online business success. We're talking about all your funnels, your sales pages, connecting your payment processors, your fulfillment, your email marketing, everything you need to know about making money online. You don't have to go in this all by yourself. So on that aspect, you're going to learn digital marketing in the business of online business. If you have a business idea, it's going to help you get that business idea set up, ready to bring to market. And if you don't have an idea like I did when I first got started, you're going to be able to turn around and sell the course as your own and take in $500 profits every single time you sell it. No one touches your money. It's your money. People are paying you directly. So when you realize, okay, Steph is right, I've got to learn digital marketing. I want to make money online, but I know nothing about this stuff. Or I want to finally get to a place where I've made my first 10,000 or my next 10,000. Or I want to get to a place where I'm earning consistent $10,000 months. Or I want to do six figures in 2024, but I know the route that I'm on right now is not going to get me there. I need help. This course is your first step. Now, when you decide that your business is important enough to invest in this way. Okay, the course is $500. No monthly fees, no ongoing costs. We even give you your marketing system for free so that you can truly get started for $500 plus a domain name if you don't already have one. And you can grab a domain name for as little as like $11.99 for the year. All right. So we're talking about very, very small investment to make sure you have everything that you need. An opportunity to earn and an opportunity to earn if you don't already have that. Now, when you decide to invest in yourself in that way, because I have the confidence that you have everything that you need in terms of training, I step up and I offer my mentorship as a bonus, right? Again, for a limited time. What my mentorship gives you is a community where you get to hone your skills and master your skills. All right. So I have a complete mentorship hub where you get additional resources like my funnel share codes, my email share codes, content ideas, just a lot of great resources, as well as additional lessons and training. So I think earlier I mentioned the online business growth blitz we're doing right now. That's where those lessons are dropped off. So it's like a 24/7, 365 hub that you can log into and just pick up additional mentorship to help you in honing and mastering your online business skills, to help you make that money. You also get access to office hours every single Tuesday. My Zoom room is open where you can pop in, ask questions, get guidance, get feedback, say, hey girl, hey, right? Asking what I'm doing in my business for the day. It's open. And all you got to do is just pop in and you get face-to-face contact with me as your mentor. Who's doing this? I don't know, but I know I am. And then the final thing is you get ongoing training, right? Ongoing mentorship to help you in supporting the growth of your overall business. So when you start to reach milestones, things start to happen, they start to pop off, or you hit dilemmas and issues in your business, you have a place to turn up. You have a place to get more help. You have a place to get feedback. You know that you're not in this all by yourself. So if you want to learn more about this course, if you're like, I just want to sign up to get the mentorship, trust me, so many people do that. But you're going to be made entirely better with this entire package, which again, is kind of unheard of, right? But I'm doing this because not only is February a month for big energy and big love and big breakthroughs, but what if I take that over into the entire year? What if the entire year of 2024 is about big energy, right? Big love for helping other people, right? And big breakthroughs all throughout the year. Not only will my business be made better, right, but I will make the business of so many other people, thousands of people, right, better by simply adapting this mindset. So I really am one for each one, teach one, right? Each one, get it for yourself, turn right back around, begin to reach other people, and then begin to teach people either what you know or what you have your hands on or what they've got to get their hands on. If we can just keep like that energy going, oh my gosh, like we can change so many people's businesses. I don't want to say their lives because that's up to them, but we can help a lot of people really begin to make strides inside of their online business because we know the masses are failing, right? The masses are failing. So many people need help, which means by offering this course and by doing what we do, we have a business that's high in demand. It's in high need and it's in high demand. So I would love to be the mentor in your corner. If this has been helpful for you today, make sure that you drop a comment, make sure that you like, and make sure that you definitely do subscribe. But most of all, go to the description, click on the link, goprowithsteph.com to learn more about this amazing digital marketing course with master resale rights. And I look so forward to being the mentor in your corner and seeing you on our next Tuesday office hours. Have a fantastic day, and I will be talking with you really, really soon. Bye-bye.